probably just sat at home. If I'm a loner, then you're a loner times 10.
Hello, Marc-Antoine.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How are you doing, Sylvia? I did this little road trip across Italy, from north of Italy to Roma, and I passed in Castelnuovo Longo. Well, for me, every of my store is, I do believe in retail because I do believe we need human link. So I do believe when we buy a perfume, we want to come to a place where we're going to be advised and everything. But online is doing much better now, so you can bring humanity online, but what you can't bring online is the emotions. And so I want to bring in my store some emotions and to trigger some childhood memories of people. So I work with artists in Paris. I worked with an artist called Jean-François Fourtou. He's a French artist but living in Marrakesh. And he creates these huge insects to question somehow the relation we have to the things. Are we small, are we big? He created for my store this installation of 50 huge snails all over, like an invasion of snails in the boutique. And in Paris we have the big snails, in London we have a big blue rabbit, and it's a way to question the clients, and you have somehow something that triggers your childhood memories, and we go back to something that is really naive. And I remained a child in my head. I'm still a big child. I do believe you can have like 70 years old and still be very young in your head. It's the best way to live life, with wondering, seeing the beauty in things. And I'm a very optimistic person, so it's a way for me to invite my clients to share this part of my personality. When they enter a store, it needs to be very optimistic. French, it's Le Petit Prince. It's one of the books that is the most translated in the world. For me, it carries all the beautiful values I've had from as a child, and values such as taking care of the people you loved, the values of taking the time to get to know people, also the value of looking at things with your imagination and not with only the reality of what they are. So it's plenty of beautiful values in this book, as being a bedside book forever for me, and I wanted with my first perfume to convey somehow those values. So B612 is the planet of the little prince. I'm born October 6, 83, so I created my own creative planet with B683. It's always trying to get the best of the fairy tales, to get the best of everything that can inspire me, and to make it something that is my own and that I can share with people. Well, the beginning of the friendship, when I met Quentin, I had this, and I still do couture for men and for women now. I started with a couture brand for men after working for haute couture, thinking men can deserve haute couture too. Very quickly, it became a very unisex project, and I was doing tuxedos as well for women as for men. And when I met Quentin, I told him, well, I have this beautiful brand. I'm an artistic director. I want to create more every time. So I do jewels, I do accessories, but why not doing a perfume? It might not be a big success, but we should do something very beautiful and very unique. But the thing is, my vocabulary is not perfume, my vocabulary is couture, so we need to understand each other and to find a way to discuss. And Quentin offered me to do what I felt to be an olfactive psychoanalysis. Really, during 6 months, I was making me smell ingredients, and I was telling him, this is good, this I like, and I decided to do it really very honestly with him. I did not know him very well at the time, telling him very intimate things. Oh, this smells, this and this memory. Really realizing that we were, in terms of referential, of olfactive referential, close to be twin brothers. It's quite unique in life to meet someone that the tuberose means the same thing to him as it means to me. The leather means the same, almost the same thing. His father is a teacher, like various things. So beside our age, we had like plenty of things in common. And yeah, it started with respect, and trust came on top of it, came friendship with the time. So now we can really enjoy some moments together, and that's a very unique relationship. That's one of the reasons why I like to work with him. Start saying that there's no, it's not a question of buying expensive pieces or not expensive pieces. Today, the big challenge we face is we need to buy less. We definitely need to buy less. Our world is limited. We cannot continue to produce as much as we do produce. When I created my brand, I thought I would like to invite people to buy less but better. It's only made to measure, it's only unique pieces. But there is not only what I do. What I do is very unique and very exclusive, and this is part of something that is somehow not very accessible for everyone. But there's fast fashion now, there's ultra fast fashion, which make me vomit because it's the opposite of the direction where we should go. But anyway, take care of your clothing. Like clothes, beside to be very expensive pieces, well done in Paris, still pollute it when we have to dye fabric, when we think it's still a pollution. And it's the same pollution for a very expensive clothes as a very cheap one. So even in the fast fashion, take care of your clothes, keep it as long as possible. It's not because the t-shirt costs €2 you should buy 20. Buy what you need, take care of what you have. It's the most important thing. Buy less. Yeah, it's for me, it's when I see young generation being so concerned with ecology, so concerned with sustainability, and I'm 100% part of that because I feel concerned. I feel that it's part of my duty to improve every day our processes to make something more green and more sustainable. And I see the same generation going super strongly into the ultra fast fashion, which in a way it's not because it's cheap that you should buy thousands of things. We already create so much things. Really, we need to change the paradigm, and buying less will not make you less happy. Happiness doesn't come from the buying, it comes from your relationship, it comes from everything, from the emotions. And with perfumery is a wonderful thing because we can share emotions very easily. We have to focus on on different priorities than just buying clothes. Should we expect an Encelade extrait? When we work on an extrait, it's always a pleasure to work again on a creative universe we've done and we've worked. So it's always a pleasure after a bit of time to get back to it. So I'm sure one day I will want to do that, but I think we have like maybe other stories to tell, maybe we have time to take. We don't know yet where we're going. We have ideas, we have other things to show before to show an Encelade extrait. Thank you, and thank you for being a great ambassador for my brand. As I say, I can create the most beautiful products, I can do it in the most sustainable way, but we do not exist and we cannot convey our message without good ambassadors. And so thank you, Silvia Cavani, for that.